Hey everyone, this is Marsh from Consequence. I'm going to do a Heroic Raszageth guide, and I wasn't going to do this initially, but I know there's a lot of guilds struggling on it. I couldn't find the good VOD of our first kill, so I'm going to use our last reclear kill. It's going to be the same. I can talk about what we did. We 30-man stack it. Obviously, you don't have to do that.
It hasn't dropped.
So,
Yeah.
initially, before the pool, you're going to want to set up. We have two markers here. You can also use these runes on the ground, like blue side and red side. You just want to split your raid in half. Equal DPS as well for the intermission. But other than that, so off the rip here, we don't lust anymore. If you're, this is a bug with the loot add-on, but if you have low damage, feel free to lust on pull. If your kills can be over 10 minutes, lust. Our kills are way under 10 minutes, so we hold lust. Now, these bombs are the first things I want to talk about. That was a lazy placement, or not lazy, but a bad placement there. But what we want to do is, ideally, you drop one like right here, not here, like here. And, you know, if you drop these pulls like half off the platform, you can actually be shot through them and die. So you kind of want to drop them somewhat close, so we're gathering in. And when he does the pushback here, you're going to want to step in, and then you just don't move. Or if you're melee, you can try to like greet it by standing out and then getting blown into it. But if you're standing in the pool, you know you won't move at all. So again, we have bombs. You move these out. Again, we're kind of at a weird position here, but usually the bomb would be like here and not here, but we've kind of shifted over. So you dodge the breath. This breath will like 2-tick you, so it's really important that you dodge it and know how to dodge it. It baits on players. Melee players can stand off this side to try to bait it. Pushback's coming again. See, everyone's going to dip in it. And see, the melee players didn't get pushed back, but if you miss it, you'll just die. So out of this is Sparks. You could stack on like one person, but not that big of a deal in Heroic. So that kind of got weird. So Sparks are coming. And you want to use your CCs. They have 2 stacks on them each. Master Spell, MD, MD, aka Master Spell. Things like that do in Cap Roar, that do like an AoE thing is really good. Single interrupts, stuns also work, but you need to make sure you're speccing into or talenting into everything that can handle the spark mechanics. So again, our DPS here is really high. We don't even lust, but you get one more set of like the pushback mechanic. So again, we just split the raid up, but we're going to be looking at the this side here, and what's going to happen is the dragons or the boss is going to like take kind of like RNG aside to breath first, and whatever side she does that to, it just changes the way you handle it. So you break a shield here, and when you break a shield, ads come out. So, and then these bombs, they just stand out. Now, with a lot of damage, we just kind of clean them up immediately, but you won't be at that point, so it'll be a little longer. In Heroic, compared to normal, the breaths will just like kill you, or come very, very close to killing you, depending on your gear. So you see this mechanic here, you see the brag, and you see the little things, so you just got to sidestep. And there should be like a team captain on every side being like, hey, move forward, hey, get out of this breath. Because as long as you kill these things, it's not a big deal. Once the big guy dies, you can start cutting over to the next big guy, just get range kicks on them so they don't linger out. You have to kill everything. So again, the breath is coming, and they're just going to sidestep this way. Not a big deal. They're completely fine. Get stuns, kicks, anything to stop these guys from chain casting on you. If your DPS is even, you should be coming around the same side. Yeah, we come back at the same time. So that's that mechanic. Now, what you see here is you see 2 gateways instantly placed. I'll talk about in a second. You have 1 gateway, that's fine too. So the first thing that's going to come out here is Absorb Shield. The Absorb Shield, you need, unlike normal, you need to spread out for it, because if you run over someone with different charge, you'll start basically killing them. So let's see what it gets. The general rule of thumb here that we used is anyone with red gets prio. So if you have a red, you move under the boss, and you're moving first. I put a blue marker down once we got here. If a blue has a straight path, they can go stand on the marker, or this guy could like back up and move to the back. That's safe. So you see here the blue guy standing still. Once it's safe, he goes. So the red guy gets prio. Now the last few blue people on the sides, we're waiting. They move in. So again, blue stands still, red gets prio, and then we go. But again, like look how overgear. Like this on your first kill cannot happen, but we're 30 manning it. It's a little laggy. But it's actually a good thing because it'll slow our damage down. You'll see more of what you probably will see on the kill. So these gateways are for these storm waves here. Now these storm waves truck a lot, and you want to gate them as much as possible. So we gate the first here, and that just like takes. It only gives you one tick of it. Other than that, you have to use like some like movement to get through it. These charges wipe a ton of groups. We just kind of like stack. We take the gateway and just DPS the boss. But if you get one of these, you want to move as far away as possible. Freedoms, Tiger's Lust, insanely good at breaking these people's slows and getting out. Also, if they're running this way, the main group just needs to stand out of it. This thing will jump to you if you are in it. So they move out, we're good. And you have sparks. This is just like P1. You again, like look how tight we are. Like you don't want to be like randomly around the room because like how is like someone standing here? How is that going to be broken easily? We're all somewhat grouped up, and a bunch of AoE stuff's going to go off, and now singles are going to clear up the rest. Another wave. You disengage through it to reduce the damage. And an absorb shield is coming again, so we're going to lose spread. And again, blues are going to stand still unless they have a clear path. So he's blue, but he has a clear path, so he's going. But these other blue guys are waiting, and now they're moving in. Reds are under the boss, and we like this formation because we could even be a little tighter because healing could hit both groups. One thing to note is that in this phase, damage on the shields like actually doesn't matter that much. As long as you can break it, damage on the boss is like a lot more important. Like a lot more important. So if you want to like min-max it more, like you tell people to send CDs on the boss, not the shields, because the shields will make your logs look better, though. Anyway, we do the sparks again. We get singles on the remaining ones. And now the gateway debuff's coming off, but we have sparks here. So we get out. Again, the rest of the group just moves out of them. And now this storm wave, ideally we gateway. I don't know if he's going to do it or not, but you see some people gateway there. But ideally we all gateway. And we're just getting a little lazy because of reclear. But then you'd reduce the damage there, and then you spread out for absorb shield again. Again, blues take priority. Reds take priority. Blues wait. So this blue guy's waiting, and now we're moving through, and he did go over something, but it's okay. And see, this blue guy waited, and now he's going around. The boss will auto phase at 25%, which is like really nice because it makes the last phase a joke, especially with lust. So we haven't lusted yet. You could lust in P2 if you wanted to. So in this intermission here, we have a lot of people dead. If you don't have enough damage, it'll actually wipe you really quickly. So the idea is that you're going to use the same sides that you did in the first intermission, and one group is going to hit one of these ads, and another group's going to hit the other, and you want to kill them at the same time. If you hold lust, feel free to kill them whenever you want. If you lust on pull, it's probably worth the wait in this phase a little so that lust comes up. So what you're going to see here is the ads are going to come out. This first set of ads you can just CC and kill. We just CC them under their set because who cares, and we just kill them off. So without lust, we basically want to waiting for this next breath here. If we lust, we want to wait for this next breath and extend the phase by a little. But without lusting, we just want to push and get out. This breath will cancel, but I want to talk about the breath actually. The breath baits on a player. So you want to be as in the ad as possible as a ranged player without getting stunned by the balls. If you bait outside, you will get people killed because they'll think it's coming in a certain way, and it will be like It'll just be like further out and kill them. For your first kill, you just tell your raid, you see breath, you run to the edge. You can run 80 yards to be safe, and it will literally be fine. If you get everyone alive in that phase, even if they have low uptime, you're just killing the boss. So anyway, the boss comes down. I don't know how long we're going to get in this phase, but we'll see. You want to stack right here on this arrow, and we're going to go up to the last platform. So we stack on the arrow, we're going up. And this last phase is the easiest phase, actually. There isn't much going on. There's a tank mechanic that's pretty important that could kill your whole raid, but there's going to be a pull charge here. So the way we handle it is the pull charge goes behind the group to the left a little, and then the raid dodges the breath to the left. But what you're going to see here is he gets targeted by the breath. So we get gripped through the breath, but we actually found out that like that overlap actually doesn't kill you. And charges come out, same way you deal with in P2. These guys back up, everyone else moves out. This was done really poorly. So now 2 extra people have it. They're going to have to run out. But anyway, with Lust, the boss is absolutely shredding. And like that's actually like the last hard overlap of this whole fight. The rest is pretty much a cakewalk. Like we have a storm wave coming. This one we're going to gateway, so we have a gateway here. So you'll see people gateway ideally, or like he just disengages it, but you ideally want a gateway because if not you'll end up like these guys in back here. Yeah, but you have another pull charge that does nothing. You have charges after that. You just run them out. The enrage is about this right after the storm wave because you have nothing really to deal with it, so it just pushes you in the stuff. Don't fear the stuff that much, by the way. It doesn't do that much damage. And that's really the fight. If you can push the boss's percentage down, P1 damage doesn't matter. If you can push the boss percentage down low in P2, it makes the last phase an absolute joke. But again, as I said, the last few mechanics aren't that bad. It's like pull charge, and then like the last storm wave's kind of hard. The charges are easy. So if you can get in the last phase, it's pretty much GG's if the tanks don't kill you. So that's everything. That's Heroic Raszageth. This note is not for Raszageth, so don't get baited. Just make your own groups, very easy. On that, good luck on your first kill and your AOTC. Best of luck, and I'm out. Peace.